Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and we're going to consider Do Now 21.1, Week 21, Day 1. So how many factors of 10 are there here? Based upon that, what does this simplify to? And I hint, it isn't 0. So I've got negative 6 factors of 10 here. That's like 1 over 10 to the 6. I've got negative 6 factors here. I got 5 here. I've got 1 more. So I've got 5, 6, minus 6, I've got 0 factors. 0 factors of 10, so this is just 1, because anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, now let's consider the next one. How many factors of 1.025 are there? And based upon that, what does this simplify to? So I've got 2 factors here and negative 2 factors here. I put that together, I have 0 factors again. 0 factors of 1.025, so this is just 1, because anything where there's 0 factors is 1, because 1 is always a factor. How many factors, and basically it's saying anything to the 0 power other than 0 is 1. How many factors of 8 are there here? Based upon that, simplify this into a single exponential expression with 8 as the base. If you can figure out how to also simplify it into an exponential expression with 2 as the base, do that too. If not, no worries, I'll go over that, and I'm about to. So first of all, let's deal with how many factors of 8 there are. So inside the parentheses, there are 6 factors of 8, okay? And there are 3 of those, so I could do it like this. 8 to the 6th times 8 to the 6th times 8 to the 6th. So I have 3 sets of 6 factors of 8. So that comes down to 8 to the 3 times 6 power, which is going to be 8 to the 18th power. So I have 18 factors of 8. So 18 factors of 8. And now this, of course, is the simplification with 8 as the base, 8 to the 18th. That is the simplification. But how could we deal with this as an expression with 2 as the base? Well, let's consider how we could rewrite 8 as an expression with 2 as a base. Well, 8 is the same as 2 to the 3rd. That equals 8. So if I have 2 to the 3rd now, and I have that to the 18th power, well, now I'm using 2 to the 3rd as a base, as a factor, 18 times. So that's going to boil down to 2 to the 3rd. I'm using 18 sets of 3, so I can treat that as 3 times 18, which will be, so 2 to the 3 times 18, which will be 2 to the 54th power, because 18 times 3 is 54. That's a really big number. Now, what would this simplify to? We've got 2 to the 2nd over 5 to the 3rd power. Well, one of the exponent laws that I've shown you is that A over B to the m power is going to be the same as A to the m over B to the m. That's the same dang thing. So let's see which one of these seems to fit that. So if I've got that 2 to the 2nd to the 3rd, this would be, we could write this like this. I'll use a different color. So we've got 2 to the 2nd over 5 to the 3rd power is going to equal 2 to the 2nd to the 3rd. Let me undo that last bit. That was terrible writing. 2 to the 2nd to the 3rd all over 5 to the third because the denominator gets the cubic treatment as well. So that ends up being 2 to the second being used 3 times. So that's 3 sets of 2 factors of 2. So that's 2 to the 3 times 2, or 6th power. And that's 5 to the third. And so the answer is 2 to the 6th over 5 to the third. Now we could further simplify it if we wanted, because 2 to the 6th is 64, and 5 to the third is 125. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 64, and 5 times 5 times 5 is 25 times 5, or 125. And that's what that simplifies to if we wanted to go further. All right, I hope that has been helpful for you, and I will stop.